Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ted Phillips. I'm the chair of the JEA Award Committee, and I would like to call the July 11th Award Committee meeting to order. We have a physical quorum present this morning. Myself, Ted Phillips, David Emanuel, and Renetta Marshall. OGC is represented by Rebecca Levy. Budget is represented by Stephanie Neely. Did we receive any public comment via email?
No, sir, no public comments.
We have no one in person here. Is there anyone on the line from the public that would like to make public comment? If so, please take yourself off mute and speak up. Hearing none, we will move on. On today's consent agenda, we have items 2 and 6 have been moved to the regular agenda, and items 4 and 5 have been deleted. So we have, and items 3, 7 through 10 have been approved by procurement, budget, OGC, legal, the business unit, VP, and chief, and are ready for the awards committee approval. Before we take a vote on the consent agenda, are there any other items that any of the board members would like to have moved to the regular agenda for discussion or deferral to another week? Hearing none, may I get a motion to adopt today's consent agenda as proposed?
So moved.
Second. So that was Ray with the motion and David with the second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is adopted. We will move to the regular agenda. So item number 1 on the regular agenda is a recension of a sewer pump station, wet well, and process tank cleaning and hauling service. Is there someone from procurement or the business who would like to give us some background on why this award is being rescinded?
Hey, through the chair, this is Joe Perez, procurement portfolio manager over the water wastewater category. This solicitation was put out on the street as an IFB. Our expectation was to simply hard bid these services. On the initial bid opening, we didn't have any bids received. We extended the bid due date and reached out to the vendors to ensure that they understood, that they were aware that this was pending their submittals. So on the second opening, we had 3 bids, and upon reviewing them, we noticed a wild divergence between the prices that we received. In some services, for cleaning and hauling of debris and material, typically you expect to see that pricing to be in the hundreds per ton. One bidder was quoting just $4 per ton. That didn't make any sense. In other areas, some other bidders were quoting excessively high. So when we sought additional clarification from them, it was clear to us that they didn't quite understand the requirements of the solicitation. We looked at the tech specs to make sure that everything was clear, and the tech specs were very detailed. We had an opportunity for them to seek clarification during the advertising period, and admittedly, they didn't. They simply bid in a way that they were, I guess, mitigating their risk, at least on the high side. On the low side, it just was clear to us that they didn't quite understand the service. So what we are planning to do is rescind these bids. We want to re-advertise we will use a different format. We will use an invitation to negotiate. That format allows for clarifications, discussions with the bidders before accepting their bids. So that's a plan going forward.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from anyone else on the committee?
No, just no questions, just a comment, and appreciating the thoroughness of the review and coming up with an alternate plan to proceed forward.
All right, so can I get a motion to approve the recension of award number 1?
So move.
Second.
So that was a motion by David, a second by Ray. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Award number 1 of the regular agenda is approved. Can we move now to award number 2 on the regular agenda?
I think this might have been a miscommunication on my part, but I asked for this to be pulled from the agenda, not put on the regular agenda.
Okay, so would you like to make a motion to pull this from the agenda or defer it?
Yes, sir. And just for some clarification for the committee members. So this is the beginning of design or engineering for a project that's probably going to exceed $100 million. And before we approve here at this stage, I would like to, the plan is to present this to Capital Projects Committee for their awareness, because they have stated that they have been involved, their involvement comes later. We will not be asking the Capital Projects Committee to approve this. This is less than the threshold for the committee, but it would be wise, and what we're going to do is make them aware of it before we take any formal action. So that's just information
I appreciate
for the
that.
committee members. So this will come back to this committee, but after we make the board through the Capital Projects Committee aware that this is an effort that's going to be starting.
So I would propose the motion be that item 2 be deferred until after the next Capital Project Committee meeting in August. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Okay, so motion made by myself, Ted Phillips, seconded by David Emmanuel. Is it all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, item number 2 will be deferred until after the Capital Projects Committee meeting in August. That brings us to our third and last item on the regular agenda. This is a contract for engineering services for the Monterey Water or Wastewater Treatment Facility Improvements Project. Is there someone from procurement or the business that wants to explain this change order?
Good morning. This is Dan Crook in purchasing. I can talk about it and refer back to the business if you still have additional questions. So this project timeline was extended during the capital budget discussions that happened a few months ago. The project timeline was extended by a few fiscal years. So that changed the timeline for providing both the services during construction covered under this contract that Constantine provides and the construction work will have to be stretched out to cover those changes that we requested. So the awards committee previously approved a services during construction contract amendment. We are nullifying that scope of work and replacing it with the attached scope that should be in your packet. That stretches those services out to meet our cash flows required under our new budget guidelines. Additionally, there are some new calculations required for just to double check the construction phasing to make sure that that's going to be okay under the new cash flows by extending out the timelines. And the funds from the previously amendment are being applied to this. So the total cost of the amendment is the $1.2 million number that you see in the last paragraph, but we're only increasing the contract amount by the $645,000 because none of those funds from the previously approved amendment had been spent.
Okay. I understand that now. Thank you. Are there any other questions by committee members on item number 3?
Questions?
All right, can I get a motion to approve regular agenda item number 3 change order?
So moved.
Second?
A second.
So that motion was made by Ray and seconded by David. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the regular agenda item number 3 change order is approved. So items 1 through 3 of the regular agenda have been approved. And items, make sure I get this right, 1,
And 3.
3, 5, 6, 7, no, let's see, 6 has been removed. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to say the regular agenda has been approved and the consent agenda as amended has been approved.
One was deferred, Mr. Chair, for the regular agenda. Number 2, we deferred that one, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is there any other business that needs to come before the awards committee meeting this morning? Hearing none, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you to everyone for all your hard work putting this together, and thank you for the concise but very descriptive explanations on the regular agenda. It's much appreciated, and have a great rest of your day and rest of your week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.